Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
And I'm Andrew Thomas.
Shut up and sit down.
The NBA season has started, and there's been a ton of surprises. I'm not going to lie to you. Today, we're going to be going over some of those surprises and our thoughts on them. So let's fly right into it. The Wizards, the Washington Wizards, they're 1-5. They won their game today, but it's been a really rough start. And what are your thoughts on this, Jacob?
To be honest, I'm a little surprised about this, especially last year where the Wizards ended up. They were the ninth seed, with pretty much the exact same team, except for the fact that they didn't have Russ. And I thought to myself, okay, so you got a team that was actually not doing terrible because the East is much weaker than the West, and you're adding one of the best players in the league. And I thought this was going to help them, but I guess we were wrong. And it's not even that Russ is playing bad. He's been playing well. He's been averaging pretty much a triple double.
Yep.
I mean, again,
That's triple doubles.
yeah. And Bradley Beal's been doing well as well. He is third in points out of every player, 31.2 points, which is pretty impressive. I think it's
Not
more.
only that, they're both shooting really efficiently.
Yeah, it's
For
just the
Russ
rest of.
standards, 42% is great, and Beal's always been efficient.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the coaching, and I think it's also just the role players not being able to step up when they need to. I mean, their role players are not terrible. They got Tomas Bryant. They have Marie Hachimura, Davis Bertans. I mean, they have a solid,
Solid. It's decent at
decent,
best, though.
but still, they need to be able to step up to do more so they can be getting more wins. Because having a start of 1-5
Not
and
okay.
being
Four
one
or
of
five,
them,
actually. They
yeah.
just won the game today.
Yeah, first win. And I mean, being the worst team in the league right now, I mean, it's not okay.
No, it really isn't. It's highly disappointing too.
Absolutely. All right, let's go on to the Phoenix Suns, who've been getting off to I mean, I don't know if it's
And for the
insanely
Wizards,
surprising. It's a complete turnaround from the Wizards. They're 4-1. What are your thoughts, Andrew?
I'm not surprised. I mean, obviously, some people are. They thought the Clippers, the Lakers, heck, maybe even the Warriors at some people. But to be honest, Chris Paul and Devin Booker in your backcourt, that's one of the best backcourts you could have. I don't care that Chris Paul's 36. He's never really relied on his athleticism that much. He's relied on IQ, his shooting, and his passing. He's being a great passer, and Devin Booker's play has stepped down, but that's because he's not the primary ball handler anymore. Chris Paul's been great, and he's the main reason, in my opinion, why they were able to go from the ninth seed last year, even though they went on an 8-game winning streak, which was ridiculous,
Hmm.
to the number one seed in the hardest conference.
Yeah, I mean, they're tied for first, which is a big step up. I
They're
mean,
not tied for first right now
oh no,
because
they're not.
one of the teams lost, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, even so, you are 100% right. Chris Paul is one of the best players in the game. He's one of the best leaders of all time, and the way that he can turn around a franchise completely, right? When he was, even just last year, the Thunder, right?
Look at
They
they had what 0.4% chance to make the playoffs, and now
mhm,
they were
almost
the
made
fifth
it to the
seed.
second.
They almost beat
Yeah,
the Rockets. Russell
yeah.
Westbrook, James Harden, Robert Covington.
Yeah. And now look what the Thunder are. They're sitting on at the last place, tied for last in the Western Conference. So
Tied with the Nuggets, which is also a big surprise.
that is a big surprise. But I mean, it's crazy to see where the Suns are ending up just because of again one player change, because that's just who Chris Paul is. He is an incredible leader and is getting all these young guys to elevate their game.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you there. Um, but let's move on to another great point guard. But in this case, we'll just talk about the team as a general. The Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, they're 4-1 Eastern Conference, four-way tie for first place. That's a little surprising.
Hmm.
And the teams that are tied are really surprising. But Trae Young, he's been great. The Hawks as a whole have been great. I think that they have probably one of the best offenses in the NBA right now.
Absolutely. The Hawks have been phenomenal. The Pretty much so far it's been a little over 2 weeks of the NBA, and they have been great. They have actually they are
Well, their
leading.
opponents have been slightly questionable, but
Yeah, but
the Hawks are definitely playing very well.
yeah, I mean, they've been definitely doing much better than last year. We're seeing Trey Young even getting better and better every single year that he has entered the league. I mean, I think he's arguably an MVP candidate right now. I think he might be one of the people that could be considered for that. Um, he really has been leading this team. Everybody else on that team has been really showing out. I mean, I know there's been some injuries here and then with Gallinari and certain other players. But overall, they have been doing great, and the coaching has been great. Clint Capella is showing out again and has being
Capella's been doing really good. Yeah,
really
I agree.
well, being the main rebounder, their center for that team, and the number two on that team, John Collins. He has been phenomenal.
He's been great.
He's been
He's on your
insane.
fantasy team too for basketball. That's also really good.
Exactly, and he was had that poster on the Nets, and I mean he's gonna watch him be in the dunk contest. Yeah, if it
Never
even
know.
happens this year. I mean,
Never know.
we'll see, we'll see. But let's go on to the next topic, which is Luka Doncic. I mean, I know that me and you had him as a potential MVP winner. I mean, he was definitely an MVP candidate based off how he has been doing in the past since he entered the league. Because his rookie year, obviously won Rookie of the Year. His second year, almost won Most Improved Player,
Yep.
and was one of the best and became a top 10 player. And so this year you would expect him to win MVP or be an MVP candidate, but he's becoming a little empty. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts: Luca under 10% from the 3-point line. Under 10%. That is crazy. He's also averaging 6 rebounds and 6 assists on 44% shooting and 24 points.
Yeah,
His plus minus -5. That is god awful. That
yeah,
is terrible. And yeah, we were like the first game wasn't terrible, but he was over 6 from the 3-point line. But Luca's got to step up his game, especially if he wants to live up to these MVP hypes. He needs to start now.
absolutely,
He can't be going on with 0 3-pointers made in a game again. Like
absolutely.
he's got to improve his assists. He's got to get more points on the board, and he's got to help his team to win more. Even though they blew out the Clippers by 51, he needs to keep doing something similar to that.
I mean, the thing is also they didn't have Kawhi. I know it's impressive that they blew out the Clippers by 51, but Kawhi wasn't in, and Kawhi is a top three player in the league. He's one of the best defenders. He probably is the best
And not
defender
only that, they
in
were
the
without
league.
Porzingis.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, they were out without Porzingis, but still, Luca has got to step it up and just do what he was doing last year.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Well, yeah, it's pretty
Exactly.
hard,
I
but
mean, it's pretty hard. I mean, I know he had 30-point triple double, but hopefully soon he'll be able to get into a better groove as I know the NBA just started and certain players are starting to get back into the swing of things, but still, he's got to be more consistent, especially with his shooting. That's the one thing.
yeah, yeah, his shooting is his biggest target.
Absolutely.
But let's head on to the best rookie so far, which it's really hard for me to decide. But who do you think has been the best rookie?
I gotta say, I think it's James Wiseman. He has been one of the leaders in points. He's rebounds, blocks, steals. So you got a guy that's doing it on the offensive end and the defensive end. He is doing it all, and his shooting is actually not bad. And he is, although the Warriors are getting off to a rough start. I mean, things are starting to look more up. I mean, now they're tied for eighth in um, the Western Conference. But I mean, he has just been doing really well and doing what I honestly expected him to do. I mean, we know that he didn't play as much in college because of certain things that happened, but still, he has been great for the Warriors, and I think he can continue to be like this. But one player that I think is probably his only competition is LaMelo Ball.
Yep, I agree with you.
Yeah. All right, let's
I
go
agree
on.
with you, and I 100% agree with you. Actually, LaMelo Ball is the only one that's close. James Wiseman has been the best rookie. His averages are far beyond what others are. His shooting numbers are great. He's efficient from the 3-point line, and he's only taken like 2 shots a game, but he's making it, and he's doing a good job, and he's efficient. And the Warriors have been better over the past 2 games, and he's one of the better reasons.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on to the next topic, which is, I mean, I know this is very, very early, but our MVP candidates. Who do you have so far?
I have Jokic, James Harden. I'm thinking I might put Trae Young in there, and possibly Steph Curry.
Okay. Okay.
For the fact that they all have high point averages, and Jokic has been absolutely ridiculous all around. He's
Yeah.
even a good defender.
Yeah. I think the one thing with Jokic though is, I mean, I feel like he has to do more to like lead his team to wins because they're 1-3 right now.
Well, yeah, but they'll obviously get more wins.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll see with that, but I definitely think Jokic is a candidate. I honestly think the one player that has the highest chance right now is Trae Young that I'm thinking of. I think Trae Young has a very good chance. I mean, if where he's headed, he has a very good chance to
Like
make it.
0 steals and 0 blocks and a terrible defensive rating.
Yeah, but he's still one of the best offensive players in the league. He's getting the points, assists, rebounds. I mean, he's for the rebounds he's getting, because he's getting almost 2 rebounds a game for a point guard. That's really good, right? And he's also shooting really well. He's almost shooting 50, 40, 90.
No, he's 5%
All
off.
right, sorry. All right, fine. You know what? But still, it's still very. He's still shooting very well overall compared to last year, as he wasn't shooting as well. I mean, some other players, I think, one player that I feel like is a bit underrated that I think needs to get some recognition is Dimanta Sabonis. He has
Oh yeah, he's been
so
so
good.
good this season.
He's been so good. I mean, besides his free throw, he's been shooting 58% from the field, 54% from the three, and he's getting
On
almost
2.6 attempts.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also getting the rebounds, the passes.
7 assists for a big man.
Yeah,
Big
and the
boy,
points. He's getting everything, so he's 100% in it. Um, I mean, another player that I think, like you said, James Harden. He has been balling out.
He's been doing really good.
He really has.
He's
And
averaging 37 points
yeah,
and 11 assists. Double.
he's nuts. He's
And look at
absolutely.
how efficient he's been lately. 53%.
It's really weird.
6 from 3.
Everyone, including myself, I thought he was not going to do as well because of how he was looking coming into the regular season.
He's a big boy. He is a big boy.
His shape, his everything, and all the things he's been doing off the court. I don't think anybody really expected him to be doing this well and getting 37 points a game, which is nuts. I mean, overall,
That's pretty ridiculous.
Really well. But those guys are pretty much my top guys that I really got. But one player also that I think has been doing really well is Joel Embiid.
I was looking at Joel Embiid, and I was just about to say Joel Embiid.
He is doing phenomenal, and I mean, him and Jokic, I think they're going to be neck and neck this year for best center in the league.
Center spot.
Absolutely.
If they wanted to, they could put him at a power forward.
Probably, yeah, but they don't really need to.
No. But yeah,
that's all for today, everyone.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. That's all for today, everyone.
Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts have been on the NBA so far.
Tune in to the next episode on Monday. See you guys next time.